everyone. Chanel here from Broadway Inbound, back at Sardi's. I've got a special guest joining me from Oz today. It is Ginna Claire Mason from Wicked. Let's bring her on in. Ginna Claire, thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, Chanel. Thank you for having me.
Tell me, where are you? How have you been doing?
Yeah, I'm in South Orange, New Jersey, just across the river from you right now. I live in an area that is, just packed with Broadway performers. Everyone who loves Broadway, loves working in New York, but likes taking a step back at the end of the workday into the world of suburbia. So that's really sweet. I have lots of Broadway neighbors in this area, like James Snyder, Harry Potter's up the hill. Yeah, on Saturday nights, actually, I think during the work week, people kind of do their own things, but after that, long 2-show day, we have what's called the Broadway Express. We all usually claim a few seat rows and sit together and kind of reminisce on the day and laugh and talk and catch up. And so, yeah, it's really great living in New Jersey. I'm from Tennessee. I never thought I'd live in New Jersey, but it turns out the Garden State is gorgeous and we really, really love it here.
So what have you been doing, for self-care or just to keep your spirits up?
Yeah, definitely. So for a while, I don't know if they're still doing it, but Peloton was offering 90 days free. And then I think they were doing 1 month free. I don't know if it's still available, but I think it's such a great tool. I always thought Peloton was just the bikes. By the way, this is not a paid advertisement. I wish. But they have yoga classes, and I've never been super into yoga, but I found this one teacher, her name's Krista McGee, and I loved her classes. And again, it just helped me feel super centered. It makes you breathe. It makes you clear your head. I feel like that's been really valuable. And then just moving your body is so good. And I'm journaling every day. I think that's really helpful for me to have that space to process. And I'm very fortunate that I'm in quarantine with my husband, and he's a great person to process things with as well. Something I was trying to do every day when I was making that list was call somebody every day, especially people who maybe aren't quarantining with anybody, and just keep those connections. And also, I was trying to write a letter every day, and I actually want to pick that back up again. I think there's something really beautiful about picking someone in your life who has impacted you positively, or something that you're grateful for, even if it happened a long time ago, to put that in paper. And I think probably snail mail means more than ever to get that physical piece, something tangible that you can hold from another human feels really special. But oh man, I'm really looking forward to the day when we can all just run and hug each other again.
Have you been in touch with your cast at all?
Yeah, definitely. Early on, we were doing some Zoom calls with different groups of people, and I'm in group texts. And recently, we've been doing company meetings. Even though at this point there's no new information per se, I think it's still so good to gather together, even if it's just virtually, to connect and to touch base. And I think that's great for morale. But I know the first company-wide Zoom call we had, I got on the call and I was on my phone and I started scrolling through the faces and my eyes started welling up, and then, and then waterworks. But it's really special. Zoom is such a great tool for us to get to connect. And I don't know about you, but for me, it was a tool I was not familiar with 3 months ago. So.
No, the closest would have been, I guess, using FaceTime. But thank goodness we have this so that we can stay in touch with each other.
Yeah. So if you were really at Sardi's right now, what would be happening? What would be like the smells and the noises and things?
Well, let's see. It's 3:17, so it'd be pretty quiet still. I'd probably have a nice charcuterie going on.
Totally.
With I'm not fancy, so maybe just some sparkling water with a lime in it, just enjoying the day.
Yes.
So we're pretending right now, even though I don't have fancy cheeses right now, but
I have a green screen. What do you have behind you?
Nothing. It's just the virtual background.
That's so fancy, Chanel.
Yeah. Now, am I correct? You've started a business?
Yes, I have. It's been probably one of the biggest joys of my quarantine time is starting a business with one of my best friends. Her name is Mary Kate Morrissey. You might have seen her play Elphaba on tour. She's currently touring with Mean Girls as Janice, and we played Glinda and Elphaba opposite one another for a year on the road, which is a long time. And it was, the best year of my life. We had an incredible time on the road, touring the country, and became best friends. And I feel like our offstage friendship really infused our onstage relationship, and that was really special and something that seemed to shine through, and something reviewers really seemed to note, which was, I think, really cool. Just all those layers that get added on when you have that real offstage connection. So we've always wanted to partner together and do work together in some capacity outside of that experience. And I think we always thought it would look like touring and going back to, there's this thing where when you're playing Glinda and Elphaba on the road, you have to preserve your energy and your voice. So even though you're touring through all these cities, you don't necessarily get to do all the fun tourist things. So we were like, someday we're going to go back to all the tour stops, do a concert, and then do all the tourist activities we maybe didn't get to do when we were on the road. So that's always kind of been the dream. Her name is Mary Kate. My name is Ginna Claire. We were affectionately deemed the Double Name Witches when we were on the road. So our company is Double Name Witches. Follow us on Instagram. And we've started kind of a virtual music theater school, and it has gone above and beyond. It has exceeded my expectations, and our students are incredible. We've already seen so much growth in the way they encourage each other, and I know they've already branched off and made all kinds of group texts and group pages so they can stay connected. It's really sweet to see these bonds forming, and I didn't know I loved teaching so much, but I love it so much. and moved to tears on the reg. And then I think it's really cool with Mary Kate and I. We have such a different set of experiences, not only because of our different backgrounds of performing, but also we went to school in different places. So I think we have a unique offering for these kids. And growing up in Nashville, I definitely did all kinds of drama camps, but oh my gosh, I think if I had had the chance to do a masterclass with Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, that would have meant the world to me, to be working with, people who have their hands in the industry and are very familiar with what's happening at that moment. Their hand on the pulse, if you will. I think it's cool, and I feel happy to get to be connected, to this next generation.
What's the first thing you're looking forward to doing once all this is over, besides getting back?
Oh, hugging, definitely hugging. I heard once, and again, feel free to fact check me, but I heard to maintain normal human contact, you need 12 hugs a day. That was a stat I heard once that really stuck with me. I was like, everybody needs hugs, but I think everybody needs hugs. So I'm looking forward to hugs. I never thought I would miss it, but public transportation, just it's one of those things that was so part of your routine that you take for granted.
Well, Ginna Claire, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you stay safe, happy, and healthy, and we cannot wait to see you back on Broadway.
Thank you so much, Chanel. I can't wait to have our date upstairs parties.
I'm gonna set it up as soon as this is all over with.
You have my number.
Take care.
Great, good seeing you. Thank you for having me. Bye, Chanel.